And the sign here is like 3 years old because we're reusing it.
The mission of this strike is people before profit. Woo! Yeah. We're going to just quickly go over some chants so we all practice, and then we're going to make our way along this way and up and around to Martirtia.
I reckon so. So the first one is, what do we want? Climate action. When do we want it? Now! Should we do that again? Yeah.
What do we want?
Climate action!
When do we want it? Now!
When we're older, we want to be living in a world that's safe and clean and happy, and on the track we're going, it's not going to be.
We want something to change in our community.
Ready? Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
No more coal, no more oil, keep our carbon in the soil.
The leader's going to say, for example, when the ocean we love is under attack, and everyone says, stand up, fight back.
Okay. Can we go for it? Okay.
When the ocean we love is under attack,
Stand up, fight back.
when our temperatures are rising,
Stand up, fight back.
when our marine life is dying,
Stand up, fight back.
okay, give me that. Okay,
You can do that one. Yeah. The climate change crusade, I think it's really important for all of us, not just for the younger generation, but for all of us to stand up and say what we need for our future, for the future of our planet, for our families, for our children. It's so important, and it's so awesome to see them stepping up for that. Well, it brings us together. I mean, it's a global climate strike, so we're all fighting for the same cause, and we're all just trying to make the world a better place.
It's definitely, when you see everyone all over the world doing the same thing, it definitely brings people together. Especially with social media and that kind of interaction.
we just want to make sure that everyone doesn't make any stupid decisions, and then we all get to the ferry in one piece. Let's get to the footpath, okay? Woo! All right.
Drastic action is needed on climate change. That's the message thousands of school students will deliver as they gather around the country. Students taking part in the annual global event have put together 5 key demands that they want actioned from politicians.
I'm so colourful. Yeah. Oh my God. The spirit of climate.
Guys, do we want to wait here?
I'm here to support these incredible students. I'm here to be on the right side of history. I'm here to stand with the children and stand with the planet.
Love that. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a climate action march. I think these kids are amazing. This generation is full of energy that we need to progress from a continued source of already available research and put it into practice. And I think these kids are wanting to do it. They're tired of continuously talking about it. We know a lot of the steps that need to happen. Let's just have some practical steps towards action.
Well, it's full of propaganda.
Can you tell me why?
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, thank you.
You know that climate change is bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, you do know that. You need to be educated, right? That's what needs to happen.
What part of it is
There's always been climate changing, okay?
Yeah.
This is propaganda to the kids.
This is what's going on.
Do you think it helps them to join together and try to feel
No,
less
because
powerless
they need
about
to
a
be
situation?
bloody well going to school and learning some facts in the world.
So the timing of these strikes today, 3 o'clock, is happening after school this time around. What was the thinking behind the timing?
Yeah, so we have a variety of different times around Aotearoa, but most of them are at 3 o'clock. We were thinking that this would help reduce the disruption on the school.
Oscar, there are 5 national goals for the strike. Among them, no new fossil fuel mining. I'm interested in this one, rebates on e-bikes for low-income households.
I catch momentary glimpses in faces. I see behind the eyes the things we all try to hide. In this human race of love and pain, to be at the top of the food chain, to be at the top and in control of it all, just means we have further to fall. Just means we have further to fall.
I think these kids, out here marching, it's really important, and it gets me excited as well. I can't wait to have this generation into the workforce coming about. We're already starting to see it, and the different approach, the different angles that they've kind of cultivated in themselves is really important for us on the ground to convince other youth and to convince the older generations too that this is this generation in action, and they have to get used to it.
I think for that very reason, freedom of speech, freedom of protest and freedom of voice is really important.
In Auckland, they gathered at Britomart in the central city.
We are fighting! We are not sinking! We are fighting!
Armed with placards and chants.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Fighting to tackle the beast that is climate change.
We really shouldn't even have to be here.
We need to stand up for the future of our planet.
Because climate change isn't just knocking on our door, it's bowling through people's homes, ruining livelihoods and wiping out entire communities.
People actually do care about the planet and things are going wrong in our environment and we do need to take action to make a change.
Try harder. You got to try harder. If you're walking your dogs along the beach, just try to pick up 3 pieces of rubbish, something like that. It's really easy to do.
And just be careful of what you buy and be conscious of the waste. Like when you're buying things, can you recycle it or is it just going to go straight to the landfill?
If people stop littering, first of all, that's awful because a lot of people do it and they do it oh, it's just one small piece of litter. It's not going to do anything, but it does. That small piece of litter can go a long way.
We need to look to the future now and help reduce the future costs that we'll have from climate change. Because obviously we can't continue with the status quo. If we just keep having cyclone after cyclone, those costs are going to add up really quickly. And if we don't do anything, it's just going to continue to pile up on us, and soon we won't be able to afford anything.
I think it's important for us to keep it in the front of our mind and in the front of mind of people who would willingly be happy just to let it all happen to them.
We need to have more grass, more wetlands, because covering up a city that was once covered in a floodplain and now covering it up in concrete is never going to work in a flood. So not only do we need better drainage, but we also need to have more sustainable cities that are built around nature and with nature rather than on top of nature. We want to work with tangata whenua to make sure that we have sustainable practices in place and we build sustainable cities.
Try harder.
It's a race. It's a human race. Our human race. State of the planet and everything on it reflects what has become of us. What has become of us. Mirrors is on the inside, become what's on the outside, till it surrounds us and becomes us, it consumes us and undoes us. Seeing and feeling it all makes you so small and insignificant. How can you make a difference? What are we fighting for? We need peace, not war. We need peace, not war. Or what else is this all for?